Hello there folks, and yes, we're inching ever closer to our next live events coming up in the month of December. I'll be honest, in no time at all, in particular December the 8th as we hit Elgin, the 9th as we're in Dalkeith for our special Fight for Life show, raising money for the Samaritans, and then of course at the end of next month, how quickly it's come round, the 27th of December, the day after Boxing Day, Wrestling Day of course, we'll be in our usual haunt of Kinghorn, and then the 28th we are going to be in Broxbourne. This is 4 amazing events you can come and see us at in the month of December. Now Elgin, as you know, is going to be headlined by the merchandise Mike Musso taking on the Bulgarian Baker in a tables match. We'll be seeing the very good Mr. Yunji Maki, the XL Luke Aldridge, Kevin Williams, and many more besides. Fight for Life. Last week I told you that all championships will be on the line, and I can tell you some of these matches. The Women's Championship will be on the line. I'll tell you more about who's going to be involved in that and what's happening a little later on. But I can tell you that the new Tag Team Champions, TJ Rage and Krieger, will be making their first defence against former champions Sakib Ali and Prince Assad. We'll be seeing the Wrestling Showdown champion Dickie Divers defending against Kevin Williams. And the very good Mr. Yunji Maki will be challenging for the W3L Heavyweight Championship. But who will Maki face? Well, that's going to be determined by our next contest, one you're about to watch right now. Because the Tenacious Johnny Lyons, the W3L Heavyweight Champion, is putting his belt on the line for the first time this week here on Wrestling Showdown. And he is taking on the original Craig Stevens. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, right here on Showdown, you saw Stevens overcome Kevin Williams, and that precipitated management's decision to give him this title opportunity. Stevens has proven to be quite a handful since making his return to WTL at 7 Deadly Sins earlier in the year. Is he too much for Johnny Lyons to handle? So only one way to find out. Let's go down to ringside for some heavyweight championship action.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest will be a singles match scheduled for one fall, and it's for the W3L Heavyweight Championship! And first of all, your challenger, he is from Edinburgh, he weighs in at 93 kilograms. This is the original Craig Stevens! And into his opponent, he is from Glen Office and weighs 230 pounds. Yes, it's WTL Heavyweight Champion, Tenacious!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown, and the Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Just heard the introductions of the challenger and the champion. The title now held aloft. This is Tenacious Johnny Lyons' first defence of the heavyweight title since winning it at Resolution 12, where he defeated the merchandise Mike Musso in a tremendous contest. But he has now got to face the original Craig Stevens, man who you saw just 2 weeks ago here on Showdown in wrestling against Kevin Williams. Well, you heard what both of them were saying about the chairs. That's a reference to 7 Deadly Sins. I'm sure you watched the network special of that. In the second night, in the semi-finals, what happened was Lyons and Craig Stevens were due to compete. Of course, the semi-finals are under submission match rules. And as Lyons came to the curtain, Stevens smashed a chair into his back. Now, Lyons has had back problems in the past, and Stevens looked to take advantage of that. And we've got a handshake. I mean, Stevens is saying he wanted a competitive match. And apparently it can be sportsmanlike, but we shall see how long that lasts. But so far so good. So yeah, Stevens, who'd not long since returned to W3L as well, of course he's been a bit of a hiatus, he came back attacking Lyons with that chair. Lyons did get past him, And then of course had to gut his way through that last man standing match in the finals of the 7 Deadly Sins tournament against Joey Legend, and that of course enabled him to get that heavyweight championship match in the main event of Resolution 12. And of course, as history has proven, Johnny Lyons gained the victory there to become the new champion. So they're saying that the chair is in the past. Let's just have a strong wrestling match and we will see what happens. Stevens certainly no slouch, Lyons definitely isn't either. But it's not often you always get a nice kind of competitive, clean-cut wrestling match, if you know what I mean. Often people want to shortcut their way through things, and we've seen Dickie Divers retain the Wrestling Showdown Championship by cheating. Does that with regularity. So it'd be nice if we get a clean wrestling match. Side headlock takedown. Now, for all I say that, just 2 weeks ago, Craig Stevens wrestled Kevin Williams, and we saw that Stevens did defeat him, but that's because he hit him with a piece of metal, one of the metal hooks that connects the ropes to the ring posts. So Stevens can cheat with the best of them. He's not always the fairest or nicest of wrestlers. His arrogance, you might say, comes through. His desire to win sometimes makes him shortcut and cheat his way to victory or potential victory. See a little frustration it looked like there. So he has shown a propensity for cheating. So will he in this match, will he be as good as his word and just try and out-wrestle Lyons? Lyons is an 8-year or so experience edge over Craig Stevens. Stevens smoothly comes out in that wrist lock, now transitions into the armbar. Because Lyons is a bit older than Stevens, and you can argue that his body is a bit more worn down and banged up as he bangs up Craig Stevens' arm with that leg drop. And Stevens, in his hiatus from W3L, his time away, he's been bulking up. He's in the best shape ever. He's arguably at the very best he's ever been. Stevens backs Lyons straight into the corner. Oh, and smacks him with a forearm. Nothing illegal, but a bit cheeky though. And it looks like Stevens will be a bit frustrated. And Lyons is saying, you want to smack me in the corner with some forearms, I'll do the same to you. Maybe Stevens is tired. Oh, Lyons, lovely. He's going to balance, but lands on the ring apron. Stevens in. Lyons is at the shoulder tackle and rolls over the top of him. Ducks under that clothesline. And a head scissors. Lovely move by Johnny Lyons. He's a big man, 230 pounds, he's a powerful guy, but he can move. Big vertical suplex. Down went Stevens and bounced almost back off the canvas, in for the cover. And Lyons just letting Stevens get up. Oh, it maybe took a second too long. Stevens with that kick to the midsection. I think perhaps Stevens realising that his attempts to out-wrestle Lyons aren't really working, so he's bending the rules, if not breaking them. Oh, go for the Tenacious gun. But Stevens is scouted. Lyons does it a lot, to be fair. And he just kicks Lyons right in the chest. You've caught him in the chin, actually. Now Stevens goes for the cover. Bit kicking out. Stevens has never held the championship here in W3L as of yet. So imagine if he won this title. Of course, it was his victory over Williams. The management decided, well, maybe you should be in line for a title match. And Lyons has said to management, like, I'm willing to defend the heavyweight title against anybody that you deem as a worthy challenger. I'll take anybody on. So management held him to his word and said, okay, face Craig Stevens. And there's another factor in this match, and this may not seem overly important, but I mean psychologically it has a big effect, is that Stevens has quite a lot of supporters in this crowd. I'm going to go straight for the cover after snap there. And of course, if you've got a cheering section behind you, like, it does wonders for you. It boosts your confidence. And similarly, if you're a wrestler who normally has nothing but cheers, if you have fans who always are on your side, if you suddenly start getting booed, even just by part of the crowd, it can really throw you off. You have to be on your game mentally. You know, a lot of inexperienced wrestlers do that. They listen to the crowd too much, and it throws off their game plan. You can feed off this audience, of course. You have to concentrate on your opponent. So Stevens has supporters, and that may end up benefiting him, as you see. So the building's tilting here. Oh, what a clothesline, just ran right through Johnny Lyons. Stevens posing, he is stronger than he's ever been. Wait, goes to the cover right there, and Lyons kicking out, but that wasn't easy for him. Stevens lifting more and more, heavier and heavy weights, and that clothesline with ease, it looked like, flattened Lyons. Stevens employs a very deliberate pace, and run around a lot. He's quick, don't get me wrong, but he knows what he's doing. So he throttles Lyons on the middle rope. This is never going to hold on for too long if the referee gets to 5 and disqualify him. And now a choke. It just cuts the air out of Lyons' lungs, makes it hard for him to catch a breath. And if he can't breathe properly, he'll slow down, won't be able to concentrate, won't be able to fire back and potentially get a victory. So the way things are going, don't think that's possible. Stevens posing again, in for another cover. Lyons kicking out. Maybe if Stevens wasn't posing so much, may have got that extra 3 count, or I should say that extra 1 count to make the 3, you know what I'm saying. Applies that cravat, wrenching at the neck of Lyons. Referee has to check that the forearm isn't blocking the windpipe, could quite easily do that. Lyons up though. Couple of forearms, couple of elbows. Tried to break it, tried to break out the chin lock, out the cravat, but Craig Stevens just flung him down, covers him again, and Lyons kicks out once more. Stevens putting a lot of weight on the shoulders as well, so Lyons is expending energy, moving the 93 kilograms of Craig Stevens off his body. Hang on, picks him up with ease and slams him down. There's the power of Craig Stevens, and see straight for a pinfall. Goes to the cover again, and Lyons still kicking out. But credit where it is due for Craig Stevens. Every time he knocks Lyons down, he's going for a cover. It may not get it, he may not be hooking the leg, he may not be necessarily expecting that's going to end the match, but he's trying it every single time just in case. And again, Lyons expending energy, and there's the power of Craig Stevens evident. 230 pounds of Johnny Lyons being held up like he's nothing. And there's a huge vertical suplex, drops him down, and Lyons writhing in pain. Oh, look at the cover of Craig Stevens. Just put a foot on his chest. The arrogance at display there, and Lyons was able to kick out, and Stevens go for it again. 3 pinfall attempts in a row Craig Stevens has gone for, and Lyons has survived every single one of them. If he'd gone for a different pinfall attempt, if he'd hooked a leg, if he'd put more weight on the shoulders that first time after the delayed vertical suplex, I think we'd have a brand new heavyweight champion. But it was not to be. Some of Stevens' arrogance came through, maybe the delight in what he'd done, maybe whatever it was, maybe not thinking clearly, put a foot on him. Lyons catches him and drops down. Stevens face first into the canvas, but Lyons a bit slow to recover, rolls over, hooks him, but only a 2. Stevens able to kick out. I think Lyons have got as good a cover as he could have done, but hardly surprised considering the punishment he's taken the past 5-10 minutes or so. Squash Stevens, came flying off the middle rope and just rolled over, and it was the minimum contact he could make, just enough so it counts as a pinfall attempt. Lyons, I think there's a second wind coming, and he explodes across the ring. 2 clotheslines drops Craig Stevens, and now he hits his Tenacious gun. That's twice Craig Stevens been driven at the canvas face first. This could wrap it up, but Stevens popping a shoulder up. Johnny Lyons now, again, maybe a sense of frustration on his face. Maybe he thought the Tenacious gun would have ended it, but it did not. Just setting up, going to charge across the ring. Hits the uppercut. Comes in again and squashes him with an avalanche. Hang on, Lyons off the middle rope again. and right in the shoulder blades with a line bite. And it was not to be. Craig Stevens, credit where it's due. He's taken the fight to Johnny Lyons, controlled a bulk of this match, and since things have turned Lyons' way, he's made a comeback, and he's been on the offensive. Stevens has survived everything. Like, this is an impressive showing by the original Craig Stevens. If he wants to properly establish himself in his comeback to W3L, he's doing just that. He's been impressive so far, but this is going to open a lot of people's eyes. Lyons gets shoved at the corner, went face first, pops Stevens up on the apron, swung, a bit too early. Stevens swung too early. Lyons blocked it, and now he's on the apron with him. What the hell are they going to do here? They fall to the floor. That could be really serious. It's a thick wooden floor, there's no padding. And Stevens with a forearm, and again, this is dangerous territory for these men. One more, says Stevens. Oh, it's Lyons though, knocks him off the ring apron. Stevens has hit the floor. Lyons waiting for him to get up. There he is, stumbling. Oh, and Lyons face first. He went for a kick. Stevens blocked it and wrenched his leg. That's how powerful Stevens is. Lyons went face first in the apron. I'm not going to give the cliche about the hardest part of the ring. You all know that by now. Canvas, metal and wood. No padding whatsoever, and Lyons has just gone head first into it. He could be concussed, he might be unconscious. Stevens now ascending the top turnbuckle. He's flown in his career. He can go off the top with the best of them. Lyons up though. How's he fighting through the pain in that? He went head first in the apron. Climbing up, could go for a superplex. And this is dangerous territory, and he lands it. And the pain goes through both men. Lyons may have suffered every bit as much as Craig Stevens, but he rolls over. He's covering up. Lyons doesn't get done. That was amazing. He hit a big superplex. It hurt him as well, and he covered Craig Stevens, who's still kicked out. What a contest, ladies and gentlemen. This belt is literally hanging in the balance because it takes just one extra count from the referee for a bunch of 2 counts. As soon as he hits 3, the title's going to one of these men, and frankly, either man would deserve it after this match. Lyons going for the line cutter. That's his move, but Stevens had it scouted. Lyons ducks under. Tried for the roll up, but Stevens held on. And a savate kick. Just boots Lyons. Covers, hooks the leg. We're going to have our new heavyweight champion, but no, Craig Stevens, and the frustration evident there. Slaps the canvas. Hit that savate kick. Booted Lyons right in the chin. Knocked him down, covered him, but it wasn't going to be enough somehow. Because Lyons' his first defence of the championship. He doesn't want it to be his last. He wants to have a record-breaking heavyweight championship run. And Stevens stamping a little bit. Is he going for a super kick? It's usually the sign for it. Lyons doesn't know where he is, but he caught the foot. Line cutter, and Craig Stevens is done. The line cutter is going to end it. Johnny Lyons hooks the leg, covers Craig Stevens, who gets the ropes. Craig Stevens fell by the ropes, stuck a hand out and caught it. And Lyons pulls away, he's going to do it this time, but Stevens kicks out. Those few extra seconds between grabbing the ropes and being repositioned by Lyons was all he needed. What a contest. Line cutter would have ended it, but Stevens grabbed the ropes. What amazing ring positioning, what amazing awareness. That is such a veteran move. What great instincts by Craig Stevens. Lyons not quite realising where he was. I mean, he's taken a lot of punishment in this match. He's going for the flying lion. Stevens charged him and smacked him with a forearm. Lyons reeling, he's trying to keep his balance, but it's a struggle. And Stevens comes back at him. What a suplex. Craig Stevens suplex Johnny Lyons. Oh, look at this ring. He's going to do it. We're going to get a brand new heavyweight champion. Referee counts to... Oh, no, again. Somehow Johnny Lyons kicks out. He got smacked in the face with a forearm. He nearly lost his balance and fell off the ropes. And then Craig Stevens runs up and gives him a belly-to-belly suplex off the ropes, right across the ring. And Lyons still somehow survives this. And both men. They must be running on fumes by now. Forearm by Johnny Lyons, and Stevens retaliates. Look at this, they're struggling to even stand here, having to hold on to each other to stay upright. But there's the will of both men and desire. Stevens wants to establish himself, gain his first championship in WTL. Lyons wants to continue his new heavyweight championship reign, but Stevens being a little more vicious here. Oh, not another suplex, surely not. Don't think Lyons can survive two. I mean, remember, he delivered the suplex, but took punishment in doing so. Stevens charges, and right in the boot of Lyons. Comes in again. Lyons, oh, sunset flip! Flaps him up. He flaps is the right word. Rolls, even I'm getting lost here later. Oh, inside cradle! Craig Stevens went inside cradle. Lyons reverses it. The referee just checking the shoulders and kicks out. And Lion Car! And Craig Stevens goes head first at the canvas. Johnny Lyons covers up and scores the pin. Head first went Craig Stevens.
W3L Heavyweight Champion, Tenacious, Johnny Lyons.
What an amazing match, ladies and gentlemen. It was back and forth all the way. Craig Stevens came within a hair's breadth of being champion, but Johnny Lyons drove him down with a line cutter and stuck him head first into the canvas. No shame in Craig Stevens losing, but on this night, Lyons the better man. His heavyweight championship reign continues. What a contest!
Johnny Lyons retains the heavyweight title, and I'm sure Craig Stevens is about 2 foot shorter after landing on his head like that. Wow. Regardless, Lyons is still your heavyweight champion, which means that Fight for Life on December the 9th in Dalkeith is Lyons defending the title against the very good Mr. Ewan G. Mackey. That's in addition to the matches I told you about earlier on. Now, as for the Women's Championship, the status of that title and who will be defending it will be determined next week right here in Wrestling Showdown, because the current Women's Champion, Emily Hayden, will be defending the title against Angel Hayes. One of these ladies will walk away as the W3L Women's Champion and will move on to defend the title at Fight for Life. Who will it be? Come back and join me in 7 days and you'll find out. But if you want to come along and see us in Dalkeith, and you really should, because again we're raising money for the Samaritans and awareness about mental health and dedicating the entire show to the memory of the late Edward Harris. If you want to see us in Elgin and watch Mike Musso taking the Bulgarian Bacon and Tables match, or if you want to join us for our post-Christmas spectaculars in Petticker Bay in Kinghorn and in Broxburn, you should head to our website. It's at w3lwrestling.com. Tickets are available from all those events right there. Pick them up, and so you won't miss out. Then make sure you join us over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to the channel you're currently watching, because one button click and you're getting a cornucopia of awesome matches. And then use the hashtag currently hovering somewhere above my golden hat that I'm currently wearing, W3L Wrestling Showdown. Get involved, let us know who you think is going to win these title matches. Who's going to the table? Is it Musso or is it the Baker? Who do you want to see at Kinghorn? Get in touch, let us know, and then come back in 7 days' time. For the 3rd week running, it's championship action. So far, Divers has retained, albeit in questionable circumstances. Lyons retained this week. Will Hayden make it 3 for 3, or is Angel Hayes going to become your new Women's Champion? You'll find out in 7 days' time right here on Wrestling Showdown.